Hey guys, what's up? This is Matthew Davis meeting you once again, and welcome back to another top 10. And 2018 has been a really strange year. I mean, not that it's a good thing or a bad thing or anything like that. It's just there was some good and there was a lot of bad, but I'm not really gonna get into that right now. Right now, what I want to get into is my picks for the top 10 best games of 2018. These are the games that I had the most fun with, and basically, I only played 10 games this year because, gaming can be really expensive. In fact, nowadays it really is. But so I'm not going to have a worst games of the year list because, I don't have time for that. No, I want to focus on the games that I felt I had the most fun with, or I felt had the most intriguing storyline, or anything like that. Either way, these are the games that I had the most fun with. And just so you know, I haven't played every single game that came out this year. I haven't played Subnautica, or Dead Cells, or Ni no Kuni 2, or Black Ops 4, or games like that. And I'm not including any remasters. The only remaster I played is Diablo 3, so I'm not going to be including that. So even if I played Shadow of the Colossus for remaster for PS4, that wouldn't be on here either, since that's a remaster. But anyways, enough with the introduction. Let's get started. Shadow of the Tomb Raider might not have been everybody's cup of tea, but you know what? I think it's a solid ending to the Tomb Raider series, or at least the reboot trilogy. It's definitely not as good as the first game in the reboot series, but like the gameplay in this game really isn't the best. I mean, it's more of a stealth game more than a run and gun game, which I think they got both of the elements right in the first game. However, that does not mean this game is bad. In fact, it's the exact opposite. The graphics are absolutely out of this world. It's just a super incredible, like, beautiful looking game. And Lara Croft is as great as ever. Laura, or Lara, however you want to say it. And all in all, I've just had a lot of fun playing this game, despite it not having the best gameplay, which is probably my only downside. I really like the relationship between Lara and her best friend, and for the most part, I thought, for the most part, it was a great send off. And if they're gonna end it here, then I think they ended off strongly. Far Cry 5 has returned the franchise to its roots, although it's definitely a lot different than any of the other ones. Instead of taking place on a tropical island, it's in like this. I don't know, it's definitely not an island. It's basically like around where the mountains are, and there are trees everywhere, and stuff like that. And for the most part, this was definitely a really fun experience. There's a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of excellent customization to your weapons. Well, the story definitely isn't the best, and neither is the villain. He is definitely not as memorable as Voss from Far Cry 3. But for the most part, I've just been enjoying this and hoping to beat it till the very end. I never got to because for some reason the entire game just corrupted on me. Probably because I was renting it, but I don't know. But I was really close to finishing it, and I played it enough to get it this high on the list, and hopefully I'll be able to review the game because I really do want to, as well as the other games that have come out this year that I haven't gotten a chance to because I didn't even finish yet either. But yeah, Far Cry 5 is probably my pick for first person shooter of the year. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie. Assassin's Creed series is not really a franchise that I play a lot. At the time I only played the first game, which I think is good, but there are some major issues I have with it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I still have issues with, but all in all, I think it's a really fun game. I think what it really succeeds with is its excellent gameplay, and its story also isn't too bad. I like the two main characters that you play as. I like the setting. One of the things that I find kind of an issue is the padding. Like, in order to get to certain main quests, you have to basically level up your character, which is another thing that I really enjoyed. Is that it's more of an RPG, unlike the first game, which you're gonna hear me say that a lot. Because that was the first game in the Assassin's Creed series that I played at the time. I also have the second game, but I haven't beaten the first game. But anyways, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a great game, and all in all, I think it's really a great step up to the Assassin's Creed series. You know, it's not glitchy, it's not broken. The world is absolutely gorgeous to look at, and all in all, it's a really fun experience. Monster Hunter World is Capcom's newest installment in the acclaimed Monster Hunter series, and it's by far the most fun, it's by far the most gorgeous, it's by far the best in the series, even though the only one I played at the time was 4 for the 3DS. But I can say this just blew that game out of the water because everything is just so well detailed. The gameplay is both challenging and so fun. There are just hours upon hours and hours of gameplay that is just going to keep you hooked until you make it to the very end, which is probably not going to happen anytime soon. You can play it online with your friends, and I bet all of you are just going to have a really great time with this. And on consoles, the game runs really smoothly. Even when I played this on a regular PS4, it still looks absolutely beautiful. I haven't played it on. No, never mind. But anyways, I was gonna say my 4K TV, but I did have the 4K TV, but because why am I thinking that the game came out last year? No, it's this year. Probably because it came out in January. But you know, Monster Hunter World is truly one of Capcom's best in a really long time, aside from Resident Evil 7. Racing games aren't really my thing that much, but ever I heard the acclaim for Forza Horizon 4, I think I just all of a sudden I want to play more racing games, especially in the series. Forza Horizon 4 is once again a gorgeous looking game. It's basically an open world racing game with a lot of races to complete, and you can customize your character. Well, not really. You get different characters that you can't customize, but you can get new clothes and stuff. What I really like is that it's an open world game, but you never play as your character. You just play as him driving the car, and you know what? That does not bother me at all, because the mechanics, for the most part, they are a bit slippery sometimes. But all in all, it's really, really fun to get used to it. Try to get used to it at least, and all in all, it's just one of those games that I think every Xbox One owner should have. It just shows that not every Xbox One game is going to be mediocre, because this is far from that. By far, one of the best racing games I played in quite a while. I haven't played Forza Horizon 3, but after playing this for the first time, I think I want to now. Wow, this has been a great year for Spider-Man, and Marvel's Spider-Man for the PS4 is no exception. I love this game. I'm glad that I love this game. I'm glad it did not disappoint in the slightest. What I was really thankful for is its story is actually good. It's definitely a lot better than most of the modern movies that came out, like the first two Amazing Spider-Man films and Spider-Man 3. Whoo boy. And it's definitely way better than that god awful Amazing Spider-Man 2 game. God, I'm glad that this does not tie into anything. Insomniac wanted to make a game where you feel like you're playing Spider-Man, and that's truly what they delivered here. The mechanics, it's so much fun to just swing around. It's just so intriguing. There's a lot of stuff to unlock, like suits and stuff like that. When you build up your character, even after you finish it, it's just like there's more stuff to do. It's by far one of the best superhero games I played in quite a while. Some people might complain that it's kind of an Arkham series, Batman Arkham series ripoff, but you know what? I don't buy it. I really don't. Marvel Spider-Man is its own game, and it truly delivered on nearly every level. Oh yeah, guys, we finally got it, and it was awesome. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch delivered. It delivered the goods. It delivered the battles. It delivered almost everything. From what I've heard, the online mode lags a lot for the most part, but that's okay because there's still plenty of single player content, believe it or not. Like, the adventure mode is definitely the best adventure mode in the Smash Brothers series to date, even better than Brawl, even though it's not quite as cinematic as Brawl, but you know what? That doesn't matter. I spent nearly 30 hours completing the adventure mode. Like, really, I'm not joking at all. Like, ever since I got this for Christmas, I just couldn't stop playing it. I wanted to make it. I wanted to unlock every single character, which unfortunately I'm like that I was that close to unlocking every character, but some of them are kind of hard to unlock. But you know what? It doesn't matter because we're still getting more characters. Like Joker for Persona 5 is going to be a DLC, which is going to be super exciting. I cannot wait till that happens. So yeah, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was definitely worth the wait. It's definitely one of the best games for the Nintendo Switch. It's the best Switch game of the year. And all in all, it's something that I think everybody who's been playing these games for a long time is going to be really satisfied. Celeste is a game that I got to play right before the year ended. I love this game. This is one of the best indie games I have ever played in my life. It's one of the best 2D side scrollers. Like, this game is what I wanted. This is a game that I never knew that I would ever get. And when I heard about it, all this praise and stuff, I immediately played it, and it just fulfilled me with so much about a girl going through anxiety trying to climb the tallest mountain in the world. And while dealing with her anxiety and stuff, meeting characters along the way and dealing with a character that is basically her, it's just basically the dark side of her, who, if you play the game, then just play the game. You'll know for yourself. I mean, this game, man, it's just, if you have a Nintendo Switch, like, there are so many indie games for it. This is probably going to be the best one for the Nintendo Switch that's been released this year. And if you're a fan of indie games, and if you own a Nintendo Switch, pick it up. Or if you have an Xbox One, download it. Well, you can't really pick it up. You can just download it. But still, if you have Steam, Xbox, PlayStation 4, or Nintendo Switch, purchase it. It's definitely going to relate to a lot of people, and it definitely related to me. Oh boy. God of War was amazing, you guys. I did not think that it would make number 2 on here. I could have sworn this would be my best game of the year, but before I get into that, let me just say, there were some pretty risky moves going into this. There would be a lot of changes to the franchise. But you know what? It did not hurt at all. God of War was epic. Kratos is more likable than ever in this. And he's not as angry in this, which is something that I find really surprising. And you get to use that axe, which might have also been a problem. But you know what? That's okay. It worked out great. And later on in the game, you get a weapon that just feels oh so satisfying and will satisfy many fans. This is by far my favorite game in the PS4 library. I thought it would be Uncharted 4 forever and ever. I didn't think anything would top that. So I played this game, and which I feel it just really satisfied on every note, and I cannot wait for a sequel to this. So, what other game could have topped the list? I just want you guys to guess what my number one pick is. Like, really, it should be super easy. I mean, what other game to come out this year that I've been anticipating so much and really hoping that it would be good ever since it was announced back in 2016 or 2017 or whatever? Like, seriously, what is my pick for the best game of the year? Well, you already know what it is. Yeah, it was a no-brainer between God of War or Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, you know, I'm happy that this game was awesome, which is a cliche thing to say, but I do not care. This game delivered. It delivered a great story, a great new cast of characters. Arthur Morgan as the main protagonist is truly engaging throughout the experience when you play as him, and near the end when you play as John Marston, once again from the first game. It's just, everything is just so detailed from a graphical perspective and a story driven perspective. Like, seriously, this is hours. There was hours upon hours of gameplay. Even after you complete everything, you just want to go back and play more. And that's certainly what people have been doing, especially in South Park and stuff. Like, nobody can stop playing this game. Hell, I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to stop talking about this game until maybe like the decade ends. But you know what? This is a game that has so much replay value, and it's just so immersive. It's by far one of the most beautiful looking game I've seen this entire decade, and it by far has the best story of the year. And all in all, Red Dead Redemption 2 was a pretty both hard and easy choice for the best game of 2018 in my opinion. Alright guys, so those were my favorite games of the year. So don't worry, I'm going to have my top 10 or top 15 best movies of the year and my top 10, just 10 worst movies of the year. So they're definitely going to be coming pretty soon. One of them is probably going to be before the year ends, and one of them is probably going to be after the year ends. Because I just got to make sure, because there were a lot of movies, surprisingly, that I definitely wanted to put on the list, but I just have to leave them on the honorable mentions list. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. What are your favorite games of the year? Just let me know. And yeah, hopefully you agree with some of the games on my list. You're not going to agree with all of them. I know some of you aren't, but you know what? That's completely okay. So guys, I guess thank you for a great year. Either it's just 2018 has just been such a crazy year, and I'm definitely gonna be talking about that in my next chat with Matt video, which will also be pretty soon. I do not know when, but anyways, I'm just gonna go before my brain just completely breaks down. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.